Hi, I'm Steve, you're watching Gear Stuff and Things, and today we're going to talk about this awesome GP bass from the fine folks at Glarry Instruments. Now, let's get into the playthrough. Alright, so for those of you who may not be familiar with Glarry Instruments, they are a company that makes super cost-effective stuff for beginners, intermediate, maybe you're someone who is looking to start messing with luthier work and guitar repair. They give you the option of getting something that's less than $100 that you can tinker around on for upgrades and learning how to do things without worrying about damaging anything in the process, so you're not like taking your $1,000 bass guitar or whatever and messing it up, doing something wrong to the truss rod or something. These are less than $100 investments to get an incredible product. And I say incredible with the caveat of some things we'll get into later in the video, but let's just dive into the GP bass and I'll tell you kind of my basic thoughts on this particular one. Now I will say that I've watched some of the other videos of the Glarry basses and guitars being unboxed and reviewed, and the consensus seems to be that some of them are packaged poorly. Mine was not packaged poorly. It was packaged incredibly well. It was double boxed and it had all the styrofoam and all the padding and everything it would need to travel very safely without any damage. It was flawless out of the box as far as that goes. No aesthetic damage. The other thing I noticed in those other videos, and that is not unique to them, is that these guitars tend to be a little bit noisy, and the long and short of that is that they are not shielded properly or at all. Some of them are not grounded at all. So this one is no exception. It has some noise issues. That being said, it does sound really, really good and play quite well considering. I did have to do a slight intonation, but what guitar won't you have to do some kind of work like that on? I'm not the kind of guy who would pick on a company that's selling a product of this price range for not necessarily being immaculate. You should expect some things that might need upgraded or worked on when you're spending less than $100 on an electric guitar or electric bass guitar. So I personally am not really that offended by it. It doesn't bother me at all. These are little things, and with a little bit of work, they can pretty easily be remedied. That being said, I think Glarry should maybe step up some things in relation to their quality control as far as the noise issues and the just all-around finishing work on some of the guitars. Now, this one wasn't too bad. I've seen some videos where people had sharp frets and just horrible fret work and bubbles in the finish, so on and so forth. I don't have any of that. I got lucky, I guess. The fretwork on mine is immaculate, no sharp frets whatsoever. Everything's fairly level. I went over everything with a pretty fine-tooth comb. There are some places on the back of the neck, and I'll put up a little video here and try to show it to you to the best of my ability. I don't know how well it'll translate in video, but there are some spots on the neck that just weren't sanded at all. Now, these necks are not finished at all in the back. They're raw, but I'm the type of player that really enjoys the raw feel on the back of the neck, so that doesn't bother me. However, feeling like you're going to get a splinter playing it, that's kind of an issue. So with some light sanding, that was pretty easily remedied. So all of that being said, let's hear a little bit of the bass in some different tonal settings, and I'll come back to you and wrap this up. right, so now that you've gotten to hear the bass on its own, I would say personally that it sounds pretty amazing considering that it's only $85 shipped in the US. The other plus side to it is that if you do get one of these, you could make some fairly light upgrades, like replacing the bridge maybe with something a little nicer, or just replacing the pickups and the electronics in general and doing a straight up setup. I think you would be aces. You would have a really great P bass that it was super, super affordable and comparable to some of the stuff that's $200 or $300 more that's on the market. So that being said, overall, Glarry makes pretty solid stuff. And if you're someone who's looking to pick up a bass and you don't own one, maybe for your home studio, this is a good way to do it. If you're someone who wants a couple extra guitars around that maybe are more utilitarian, that serve different purposes, I would look into something like Glarry. As you know, I am a proponent of these types of things. I've been someone who has been backing the fine folks at guitarfetish.com for many years, and I will continue to do so. I would say that they are a great source to go to if you want to take one of these Glarry instruments and take them to the next level. So, the long and short of it, Glarry GP bass, fantastic. I hope that I get to review more of their fine products, and I need to say thank you so much to Glarry for being willing to send me one of these basses for review. Alright, so that's the video for today. If you like the content here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already, and hit that bell notification so that YouTube lets you know every time a new video goes up. I really appreciate you stopping by, and if you're someone who's already subscribed, maybe consider becoming a patron if you like the content here at patreon.com/gearstuffandthings. There are 3 tiers available. All will provide you exclusive content, exclusive downloads, and exclusive chat. We're also going to have a lot more stuff coming as far as early access, behind the scenes, all of that super cool stuff. So if you're interested at all, again, patreon.com/gearstuffandthings. If you don't want to do Patreon and you're not interested in that, the best way you can support the channel here is to share it with your friends and family. Just go ahead and hit that share feature, put it up on your Facebook, put it up on your Instagram, all that stuff. I am on those things as well. There's a Gear Stuff and Things on Facebook. There is a Gear Stuff and Things on Instagram. You can find me there. Thanks so much for watching. As always, it's been me. It's been you. Gear Stuff and Things. This and this whole video has been done in my mother's guest room because I'm not at home and I want to keep the content coming for you. So I'm doing it wherever I am, whenever. So until next time, bye.